everyone! Today we have a special treat. We're going to be cooking. Today what we're going to make is cupcakes for two. So you're going to make two cupcakes today that you can share with someone or keep them both for yourself. Now, I put all of the directions and ingredients above on the classroom so you can either get everything and follow along with the video, or you can just watch the video and maybe do it later on. Let's get started. Our very first instruction is to wash your hands. It's very important, especially now. So let's go wash our hands. My sink is over here. Okay, first thing to do, wet your hands. Put some soap on. And scrub really well. I'm going to count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, now we've got to rinse it. Turn off the water and dry your hands. We also had our friends in class film videos that I posted earlier on how to wash your hands correctly. You can follow along that way or just look at the video here. Okay, let's start baking. Our second direction is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Always do this with an adult because it can get very, very hot and it's dangerous. Okay, now let's go over the ingredients that we have. We have an egg that we're going to use the egg white of. We'll see how that's going to happen. It's going to be really cool. We have sugar and flour. We have some butter. We have vanilla extract, baking powder, salt, and milk. I'm using cashew milk, but you can use regular milk. It works just the same. You also need an oven, some measuring cups and spoons, and a bowl to mix everything in. And with all that, we can bake and cook some cupcakes. All right. Now, first thing to do is number 3, mix in a bowl 1 egg white and 2 tablespoons sugar. Okay, so first, let's get the egg white. Here's our bowl. Gonna crack the egg. And we just need the egg white. So we're not gonna use this yellow part. Let's separate it. Okay, that's all the egg white. Now what we need is 2 tablespoons sugar. Let's open up our sugar. I know we have fancy containers. That's because we have a lot of baking in this family. We need 2 tablespoons. Now here we have 2 spoons. The tablespoon is the bigger one. Which one is the bigger one? This one. Good job. All right, we need 2 scoops of these from the sugar. 1 and 2. Good job. Now we have to mix it all together. I'm using a spoon. Mix, mix, mix. All right, that looks very mixed, don't you think? All right, now our next step, number 4, melt 2 tablespoons, that's what that means, butter. Get this out of the way. All right, here I have 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, what you can do is you can go to a microwave and put this in for about 10 seconds, which is what I'm going to do, and melt it. Or if you don't have one, you can take the butter out way before and you can let it sit and it'll get very, very soft and it'll have the same effect as melting it in the microwave. I'm going to go melt this right now. Be right back. Okay, I've melted the butter. Look, it's all melted now. It's no longer a block. Now remember, if you are going to use a microwave to melt it, always have an adult help you because the bowl can get very, very hot. You have to be very careful. Okay, now we're going to move on to step 5. Put butter and 1 teaspoon vanilla extract in bowl and mix together. All right. So we have our butter. Here's our bowl. Here's our butter that we're pouring in because it's all nice and melted. Let's open up our vanilla extract. Sometimes it gets a little tough, sticky from all the sugar in there, or the syrup it is. Now we need 1 teaspoon. Now here are our 2 spoons, measuring spoons. Now the teaspoon is the smaller one. Which one is the teaspoon? This one. Good job. A whole teaspoon in there. Now pour very slowly and carefully so you do not spill or add too much. Okay, that's 1 teaspoon. Let's pour it in. Cover up the extract. And we're going to mix together. Now we have to make sure it's all combined. Does that look combined? I think it does. That means that it's all together and there's no separate pieces. It's combined. All right, let's move on to step 6. Add to the bowl 1/4 cup flour, 1/4 teaspoon baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Stir until smooth. All right, let's start measuring. First, we have our cups. These are our cup measuring. So, the 1/4 cup is the one, or 1/4 cup is the smaller one. Which one is 1/4? Point to it. This one. Good job. We're going to open our flour. Scoop out a 1/4 cup. Pour in. Move it away. Now our next one is our baking powder. Now we need 1/4 teaspoon. Here's our teaspoons. Now the 1/4 is the smaller one. Which one is smaller? Point to it. This one. Good job. We're going to scoop in. Here we go. Pour it in. And now we have 1 pinch of salt. Now, to get a pinch, what I do is I pour some into my hand like this, and I pinch with my 2 fingers, my pointer finger and my thumb. I take a pinch like this, put it in, then I don't need the rest of this, so I'm going to put it into a discarded bowl, and we're going to mix until smooth. Let's count to 60 and see how it is after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. All right. Does that look smooth to you? I think it does. That beep means that our oven is preheated. Okay, we're just going to leave it on for there, and now we have a smooth batter. And we're going to move on to step 7. Add to bowl 1 1/2 tablespoon milk. And you're going to mix it. So we need our measuring spoons. The big one is 1 tablespoon, and this is 1/2 tablespoon. So we're going to pour in this, and pour it into the bowl. Let's get our milk ready. Pour very slowly. Okay, we'll pour that one in. Then we have this one. Oop! See, I didn't pour slowly and I poured a little too much. Okay, let's mix together. Okay, it's all mixed. Now we're going to go on to step 8. Pour batter, which is this, into the cupcake holder. All right, let me go get our cupcake holders. So here's my cupcake tray, and I put cupcake liners in so that they can pop right out once the cupcake is done. All right, let's pour it in. Very slowly. Don't make the mistake I did with the milk. Okay, there's one in there. Now let's pour into the next one. Try to get all that batter that's in the bowl. Here we go. Now number 9. Put in oven and bake 10 to 12 minutes. Now remember, when we go to the oven, you should always have a grown-up with you so that it's safe. Almost time for our cupcakes to be checked to see if they're done. Now remember, you're going to look in the oven, so you're going to need help from an adult to be safe. And you're going to need an oven mitt because things can get very hot and it protects your hand. So we're going to put our oven mitt on and wait for our timer to go off. Now the best way to check to see if cupcakes are done is to take something like a stick or a toothpick and poke it in the middle. And if it comes out completely clean, then it's ready. If it doesn't, then it needs a few more minutes. So let's see. Our timer went off. It's time to check. All right. Gonna open the oven very slowly. Okay. Turn the timer off. With my oven mitt, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna take my thing and poke it. Oh, they're a little. They're clean. I think this one is clean. Let me check. Yes, they both came out very clean. Let's take them out of the oven. I'm gonna get a second oven mitt so I can hold it with 2 hands, which is very important. I'm gonna put it over here to cool. Close the oven door carefully. I'm gonna turn off my oven. All right. Now, before we can ice the cupcakes, we have to let them cool. Otherwise, the icing melts. So, I could only clean while I was waiting for it to bake. So now, while it's cooling, I can make the icing. Now, the icing is going to take 3 ingredients. Powdered sugar. This is different than the sugar we put into the cupcake batter. Softened butter, 2 tablespoons. And more vanilla extract. Now let's get our measuring spoons that we cleaned. So we have our measuring spoons and a measuring cup. And now we need a bowl. Okay, here we have a bowl and a spoon. So we're gonna open up our powdered sugar. Already has a measuring spoon in it, but we don't need that one. Okay, we need 1/2 cup. See, that's the 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. That's a lot of sugar. It's gonna be very sweet. Scoop it out, pour into the bowl. Put aside. And we need vanilla extract. And we need a 1/4 teaspoon. Now here we have 2 sizes. The 1/4 is going to be the bigger one. Point to the bigger one. This one, good job. Pour very slowly, remember. And then we need 2 tablespoons, that's how much butter is in there, of softened butter. Now I left this out for a really long time to get covered, so it's safe, and to get it room temperature and nice and soft. And look at how it's melting a little bit. So like earlier when you could leave butter out if you don't have a microwave so it'll melt, this you could also take out at the same time. So then while the cupcakes are cooling, you can add it and it'll be nice and soft. Let's take it out. Oh, it's very soft. All right. We are going to mix this together. Here, I'll move this down a little so you can see a little better. Remember, when you're mixing, you have to hold the bowl with one hand while the other one is mixing with the spoon. This is going to take a little while to get nice and smooth. Look, it's starting to come together because it's getting all mixed up and smooth. This is what you want your icing to do. This is what you want your icing to look like. Now I'm going to do an extra step that you can do as well, which is I'm going to split it in half, put one half into another bowl. Keep the other half in here. Now we have two. And I'm going to add food coloring. Let's see, what color should I make one and the other? I'm gonna make this one green and this one blue. All right, they're gonna be some fun looking cupcakes. Let's do this one first. We're gonna add 1, 2, 3 drops. Oh, I think that was 4. You can add 4. We're just going to pat it down like this to mix it together. Oh, that looks so blue. Okay, keep mixing until it's all blue. There we go, all blue. If you want to make it a darker blue, just add more food coloring and it'll be darker. Now we have our blue. Let's put it aside. And let's get our other bowl and a new spoon so it doesn't mix the colors, and add some green. I want my green to be pretty dark, so I'm going to add as many as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's our green. I know it's still light, but I like it that way. I think I like this better than having it darker. So I'm going to leave it, and then these will be ready for when our cupcakes are cool and ready to be frosted and eaten. Okay, let's go check to see if they're cool. Okay, now that we've given our cupcakes time to cool completely, they're very cool to the touch. That's how you tell. We can ice them. Turn this down. So I'm going to do the yellow one that I have here in green. I'm going to open it up. Put some icing on it. Okay, we have our green one. Now let's do our blue one. Take a little bit of icing and scoop it on. All right, now we have our cupcakes. I'm going to have some of the green one. Let's see how it tastes. Delicious. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Now you have 2 cupcakes to share with someone else in your family. And you can use them later for dessert tonight or another day. If you want, you can tell me what colors you would make the icing if you were going to change their colors. Have a great day.